Have you ever had one of those quiet moments, maybe late at night or during a slow afternoon, where a question just pops into your head? Am I actually living like the person I say I want to be? It's a strange feeling, isn't it? You realize that the person you talk about becoming, the one you describe to others or dream about in your head, doesn't quite match the person who shows up every single day. You know what you value. You have a clear idea of the life you want to lead. You know which habits you admire in other people. And yet, when you take an honest look at your daily routines, something feels off. It's not a huge, dramatic failure. It's more like a slight misalignment, a quiet hum of disconnect. Most of us don't fail because we choose the wrong goals. We just drift. We drift because our daily actions don't quite support the identity we're trying to build. Here's the thing, you don't become who you want to be just by thinking about it. You become that person by how you spend your time, especially when no one is watching. Your true identity is built quietly, through repetition, not just good intentions. It's so easy to say what you want. It's much, much harder to live in a way that actually supports it. Why is it so hard? Well, often, the person you want to become requires discomfort. That person might wake up a little earlier. They might speak more honestly, even when it's awkward. They set boundaries, even if it disappoints someone. They show up for the workout, the project, or the difficult conversation, even when it's completely inconvenient. And all the while, comfort is pulling you in the exact opposite direction. It whispers, just 5 more minutes. Don't rock the boat. You can do it tomorrow. This is exactly where the gap forms. You say you value discipline, but you choose ease. You say you value growth, but you avoid the discomfort that growth requires. You say you value honesty, but you stay silent just to keep the peace. These choices don't make you weak. They just make you human, but over time they create a kind of internal tension. You might feel it as a sense of restlessness, a low-grade frustration, or just a quiet disappointment with yourself. Another reason this alignment is so tricky is because identity change feels incredibly slow. You make a decision, I'm going to be a more confident person, and you expect to immediately feel different. But our brains don't work that way. You don't become confident and then start acting confidently. It's the other way around. You act despite your fear, and slowly confidence starts to follow. Your identity always lags behind your behavior. It's like your actions are planting seeds, but it takes time for the tree of identity to grow. Then there's the fear of commitment. When you truly start living like the person you want to be, you have to close other doors. You can no longer keep saying someday. Living in alignment removes all your best excuses. And once those excuses are gone, you're left with responsibility, and that can feel heavy, so many people stay stuck. Not because they don't care, but because they're waiting for a feeling of certainty before they commit to the actions. But certainty only ever comes asterisk after asterisk consistency. You have to act without any guarantees. You have to choose the behavior before the belief in yourself is fully formed. Your environment also plays a huge role in this, maybe more than motivation ever will. If your surroundings, your home, your friends, your digital feeds constantly reward distraction, comfort, and avoidance, then trying to live in alignment is like swimming upstream. It's exhausting. This isn't a personal flaw. It's a structural problem. Your identity will always grow best in a place where your desired behaviors are supported and encouraged. Alignment also breaks when our expectations are completely unrealistic. You expect yourself to transform overnight, to change completely instead of just changing consistently. So, when you have an off day, when you slip up, you immediately assume, well, I guess I'm not that person after all, and you stop trying. But building an identity isn't about never failing, it's about returning. It's about how quickly you get back on track after you've strayed. Living like the person you want to be doesn't mean being perfect. It just means being honest with yourself. It means noticing when your actions are drifting away from your values and then gently, without judgment, correcting your course. Again and again and again. So how do you start? You start small, incredibly small. Ask yourself one simple question each day. What would the person I want to be do next? Not for the rest of your life. Not even for the rest of the day. Just for the next hour. Then do that. Alignment isn't built in grand gestures. It's built through a series of ordinary, almost invisible choices. Choosing to show up when you'd rather not. Choosing to put your phone down and be present. Choosing to speak your mind, even when your voice shakes a little. Choosing to rest when you know that rest supports your growth, not just your avoidance. Over time, these tiny choices compound, They build on each other. And then one day, you'll look up and realize that the tension is gone. Not because you finally became perfect, but because your daily actions finally match your deepest values. You don't need to completely reinvent yourself from scratch. You just need to start living a little bit closer to the person you already know you want to be. One small choice at a time.